The first battery-operated HomeKit smart doorbell from Aqara, up next. Welcome, and thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, I'm Ray, and if you could do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, tap the bell to get notified when I post new videos, and if you find this video useful, please give it a thumbs up. I very much appreciate it. So this is the first smart video doorbell from Aqara. Not only is it HomeKit compatible and HomeKit secure video compatible, but it is also battery operated. Although it is battery operated, you can also connect it to power if you have existing wiring to your existing doorbell, which I think a lot of us do who have video doorbells, but some of us don't. So this is a good solution for you. Now, I've had video doorbells in the past. I really haven't found a HomeKit compatible with HomeKit secure video doorbell yet. The first video doorbell I had was from Ring, the Ring Video Doorbell Pro, which they had promised to have HomeKit and which we know they never delivered. But I did hook that up into HomeKit using HomeBridge. And then I replaced that with a Eufy video doorbell, wired video doorbell that was supposed to also have HomeKit, but they too weren't able to deliver HomeKit to that video doorbell. And that's what I have on my front door now at the front of the house. So in the time since I installed that Eufy doorbell and was patiently waiting for HomeKit to be released, which it wasn't, there have been 2 releases for HomeKit compatible video doorbells with HomeKit Secure Video, and that would be the Logitech Circle View and the Belkin Wemo Smart Video Doorbell. This Aqara is the more affordable of the 2, plus it can be powered with just batteries. Now again, if you have existing wiring, you can hook this up to existing wiring, which I will be doing, and using the batteries as backup power, which is a good kind of redundancy for power and security. So the quicker I unbox this, the sooner I get this near the door. So let's go ahead and start with the unboxing. And this is again the Aqara Smart Video Doorbell G4, a smart video doorbell that can be wired or battery operated. It supports HomeKit Secure Video, Alexa, Google Home, and has built-in local AI that can be used in automations, and the ever important works with Apple Home badge in the corner. We like seeing that. And this one, I believe there's 2 colors, black and dark gray. This is dark gray. This is the color that I wanted, and I'd like to thank Aqara for sending this over for a review. On the side of the box, it says there's a 160-degree wide angle view. This is 1080p resolution. There are higher resolution video doorbells on the market, but HomeKit Secure Video is limited to just 1080p, so this works well in line with that because you can't go any higher resolution than 1080p for HomeKit Secure Video. I'm hoping at some point Apple increases the resolution to at least 2K. 4K would be great, but I can see how the data usage might hinder that since it's using iCloud data. But we'll see. Apple, if by some chance you're watching this, please up that resolution for HomeKit Secure Video cameras so we can have a higher resolution than 1080p. 1080p, we need more definition if we really want to use these as security cameras. So 4K would be great. So this has a 95 dB chime repeater included. So the one thing to note, you cannot hook this up to your existing chime like you can with the Ring or the Eufy. You do have a separate chime repeater. Since I'm using HomeKit Secure Video, I'm planning on using my HomePod Mini as the actual chime for the doorbell. Hopefully the latency is low. Again, we'll test that out. But the chime repeater is good because that's where you can store the SD card to store your footage. So you can have redundancy that way. You can have it go into HomeKit Secure Video in the cloud and also on the SD card or micro SD card that you can place in the chime repeater, and then you can record up to 24 hours a day. And that's good to have that extra data for security. Again, as I mentioned, it comes with or it doesn't come with, but you can add a micro SD storage for up to 512 gigabytes. It does offer free cloud storage for up to 7 days, and nothing is free in this world. So that's great to have the free cloud storage for up to 7 days. On-device face recognition and log. So that means that it shouldn't be going into the cloud. It is on-device for that AI for face recognition. Face loitering and tamper alarm. HomeKit, Google, Alexa, and IFTT. Wired or 4-month battery power. So the batteries are rated to last for 4 months. You know, I don't know if that's going to be actually the fact because I will have it wired. But they are promising a 4-month battery life for this doorbell. And on the back, it says HomeKit compatible battery doorbell with local AI. So let's go ahead and open this up. Please open the box from the bottom. All right. Here are the pieces. And then inside the main box, we have 2 boxes. Let's see what's in the larger one first. So in this box, we have, here is the chime repeater. Take a look at this. There's where you can put your SD card, USB-C powered, and you have some adhesive on the back so you can stick this onto the wall. Looks like a reset button. LED indicator, and that's the chime repeater. Let's go ahead and take everything out. So again, batteries, they give you 6 of them. You get a USB-C cord, and this looks like you get some hardware, and this looks like an angle mount, which I'll probably be using. The doorbell goes here and it could be angled out more. Some more hardware for mounting, and then a tool, looks like a small Phillips head screwdriver. So they're trying to really provide you everything in the box you need to install this, which is great. Here we have the Aqara user manual, and this is the video doorbell itself, and yes, it is a sizable one, isn't it? Let's go ahead and take it out the protective packaging. And yeah, there it is, the Aqara G4 video doorbell. Really large camera area, large button, that's really nice. It lights up. There is a light under there, LED light to light it up at night so people know where to press. And that large button is really nice. There's no mistaking where you're gonna press this. No one's gonna mistakenly press the camera, which I've had on my past video doorbells. They'll know that that's the button to ring the doorbell with that big bell icon there. This is where the security screw, I believe, is hidden under here. When you want to take this off and change the batteries, it's speaker, HomeKit code, and there's the back. Again, some adhesive. Behind there is for the wiring, I guess. Let's go ahead and open this up so we see where the batteries go. Remove that security screw. And once the security screw is untightened, you can slide the back off like that. And here is where the batteries are placed. Also, here's the reset button, and here's where it can be wired with these 2 screws. So just for setup, let's go ahead and put the batteries in here and set it up. Place the back on there by sliding that back on. Then we'll apply power to the chime repeater.
Ready to connect. Please open the Aqara Home app.
And there's confirmation that this is ready to set up. So go ahead and grab my iPhone. Let's go ahead and open up that Aqara app. Let's go ahead and hit the upper right, add accessory. We're gonna go ahead and choose security camera, smart video doorbell G4. I'm gonna go ahead and agree. So this is when you first open up and it says voice message ready to connect. We did hear that, so I'm gonna choose next. Also the yellow LED is flashing there. And that is the correct home. Next. And whenever you set up an Aqara device, it sets it up in Apple Home first, which is great, especially for those of us who use HomeKit. So the code is under here. Go ahead and scan that. And it recognizes it as a doorbell at the Apple Home. Yes, we want to do that.
Wi-Fi connecting. Please wait.
And we get the prompt that the Wi-Fi is connecting, and it shows that it is connecting to doorbell.
The account is bound successfully. Welcome aboard.
We are still connecting to Apple Home. So this is going to go, so entrance, now let's do outside. I think that's where I have my current doorbell, is outside. Choose continue. I'm going to leave that default and name it later. Aqara Smart Video Doorbell G4. And here are the streaming options for HomeKit Smart or HomeKit Secure Video. And when it's home, we want it to stream. I also want it to record when I'm home. So I'm going to do stream and allow recording while home. Oops. And also shows, wait, we'll do continue setup. And I do, and shows my wife, and I do want her to view and stream. So I'm going to hit continue. Face recognition, I'm going to hit continue. And recognize familiar faces. Everyone in this home can access the photo library for that. Hit continue. Chime accessories, chime doorbell. I'm going to enable both of those and hit continue and then choose done. And now it is the binding device again. It said it was already bound, so yep, it's going to go through that again. Location is outside, and this is in the, we are now in the native app. There is no outside in the native app, so let's go ahead and add that actually, just so everything is consistent. Choose OK. I'm going to save that. Now we're going to choose outside and hit next. And here's information for the device cards. Video doorbell. We're going to add that to the home page board, and this is just for the Aqara native app. Let's go ahead and close that. Let's go ahead and see where the video doorbell is. Saying connection failed here, and there it is. And you can see kind of how I have the rigging of the overhead camera right there. You can turn on the power. And we're going to turn that off. Let's see what it looks like in HomeKit. Although now I'll angle it towards myself. In Apple Home, there is the Aqara Smart Video Doorbell. See if it corrects its view. There it is. There I am. That's not so good. So check. Let's see what it sounds like when you hit the doorbell. Okay, so you know what? And I don't know if you can hear, but in the other room, I don't have a HomePod mini in here, but I have HomePods out there, and it recognized me when I hit the doorbell, and it said that I was at the door because it recognized me. So that's pretty cool for a HomeKit Secure Video Doorbell. Right now, we're going to go install this on the door, and let's let our visitors and delivery people run it through its paces. And here's where I'm going to place the chime repeater. I'm going to plug in this micro SD card, and this is 512 gigabytes. This is the largest size that the chime repeater for the G4 can handle. So there is the slot right there, and SD card just goes in like that. Probably gonna need a bit of a fingernail to make it fit, but there it goes. And the SD card is installed. Now we're gonna go ahead and plug this in to power. And this is where it's going to sit. So first thing to remove the doorbell, we got this tool from Eufy. This is what they use instead of a security screw, security tool, which slips under here, and it should pop the doorbell out like that. Now I just have to remove the wires, and these are the two wires right here that will be attaching to the Eufy. And in case you're curious, if you wanted to see what the size difference was, say you had a Eufy doorbell, you want to see how different the size is between the two, that is the size comparison. So the Aqara is about the same height, maybe a little bit taller, but yeah, it is a good bit wider, but actually not by much if you think about it. It's a big video doorbell, the Aqara, but it's not that much more than the Eufy. So I'm going to go ahead and install this angle plate onto the wall first and run the wires through and then hook up the Aqara. One thing I did want to note is I have like 2 different mount positions on here already. This one, it was going to add a 3rd different mount position, but I figured I just reuse the 2 screws, and these are top and bottom screw holes are from the Ring Pro. So I'm going to use an existing hole on the angle mount, and I drilled a hole into this. So I wouldn't have to drill another hole into the wall. Did some patchwork here. Don't want to have to do that again because stucco is not the best material to be drilling into. So I'm going to reuse these 2 holes. Lucky me, I was able again to figure out I could drill a hole into this, and I'll go ahead and attach this to the wall. Everything looks mostly level. Gonna go ahead and tighten the screws down. And that's on there really good. So again, I already had batteries in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and hardwire it. So to hardwire it, I need to take it off of this part, this mounting part. As you can see, I already have the batteries installed. So I do need to knock out this middle portion so the wires will go through here. So just a note, it says up, so that goes up. And also there are 2 depressions here so that you make sure this is lined up. These aren't the best quality screws, so pick the closest bit head to the Phillips head that's here. Because I would imagine you could strip these screw heads. So that is on there really secure. Only thing left is to attach the doorbell wires. This can get kind of tricky if the wires are really short. Everything is wired up. Now we just need to slide this back on. And secure the security screw. Then put the weather plug back, and there it is. So there it is, the Aqara G4 video doorbell is installed. And let's just show the size comparisons again with it sitting on the wall. That's the differences in size between the Eufy wired video doorbell and the Aqara. And the most satisfying part of any install, removing the plastic film. Or my other favorite part is to either wait for visitors to put this to the test, or what I really like doing is ordering a bunch of online stuff from Amazon or whatever online retailer. For me, I really like BH Photo. Maybe I'll order a new camera this week just to see how the delivery person appears on this video doorbell.
3 days later.
Hi, for Ray? Yes. Okay. Just needed a signature. Waiting for this to load. And there we go.
Press done, is that okay?
Yeah, no, you're fine.
All
That's
right.
perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're
Have
welcome.
a good day.
Do the same. Thank you.
So this is what the video looks like on the Aqara Smart Video Doorbell G4.
It looks like Ray is at the door. It looks like Ray is at the door.
Can you unlock the door? So let's go ahead and take a look at what the Aqara G4 video doorbell looks like in the native Aqara app and under HomeKit in the Apple Home app. So let's go ahead and open up that Aqara app. And there is the video doorbell. And right now that is the view of the front door. And there are a few options. You can turn on the sound if you want the sound there. These are all the clips that it caught. You can take a snapshot by pressing the little camera icon there, and a screenshot will be kept in your photo albums. You could also record a short clip manually. You can see it counting down there in the upper left, and you can stop it, and that also will be saved in your albums. Then you can answer the doorbell here, and you can use these different voices. I'm gonna go ahead and hang that up. I find the voices a little gimmicky, but you might have fun with them. You can also pause the live stream there. And again, these are all the events that it captured recently. If we hit the 3 buttons in the upper right, we have the accessory name, its location, the device card, and this is for the native app, again, albums, so to show things that are saved. Go back, and here we have more settings. So this will tell you if the doorbell signal is very good, good, medium. I believe right now it's very good, which is good because I have that chime repeater right by the door, so it better be very good. And with that data, you can determine where you want to place your chime repeater, because the doorbell does connect to the chime repeater and the chime repeater connects to the network. So if we go under ringtone settings, you can set the ringtone volume. There are 3 distinct different ringtones. I just leave it at the default because I really don't use the ringtones on the chime repeater. I use the HomePods. Since it's a HomeKit doorbell, my HomePods will act as the doorbell, and I much rather have that than the native chimes or doorbells sounds from the chime repeater. You can set the volume if you use it. Right now it's at 35% because I was testing it, but I'm probably going to keep it down to 0. And then you can also set customized ringtones, and you can import those. Let's go back. Then if we go under video settings, you can add a watermark, lens correction. You can have the infrared night vision, always on or auto switch. I leave it at default, which is auto switch. And you also have privacy occlusion area. So here, if you have something that you don't want captured by the video doorbell, you can write an occlusion area like that, save it, and that won't show up in the video. So maybe your front door has the street, your address numbers near it. You can censor that, and that won't ever show up. And it also carries over to HomeKit Secure Video. I'm not going to save that, but that's how that works. So I'm going to go back. Not saved. Yeah, exit. I don't want to save that. Then you also have alert settings. You can do facial recognition. I let HomeKit Secure Video take care of face recognition, so I don't enable it here in the native app. Face management if you enable that. And then link device control, security settings. You can turn on password, change password. I don't really bother with any of the other ones. And it has a device offline notification, which I'll leave that on. And you can restart the device from here, which is great in case you have any issues. And those are the settings. Let's go back. and there are related items, logs, and this will give you a log of all the activity. Again, I don't really bother with too much in the native app. So we'll go back into the monitoring section. And then here, if you go down to the bottom, you see monitor, which is it's doing now, and then playback. If you hit playback, you can get your continuous video recording. And this section is cool because you can either press the 3 buttons and again go through the calendar if you want. It'll jump to those days, or you can scroll the timeline and see the recorded footage here. So having that continuous footage is great because sometimes if, say, HomeKit Secure Video didn't capture the footage as early as you wanted to, you can scroll back into that footage and see exactly where maybe an incident happened or an event happened, someone walking up further away from the doorbell up to the doorbell, and everything that happened after. So it's great to have that redundancy of the footage. So those are pretty much all the options I use in the Aqara app. So let's see what it looks like under HomeKit in the Home app. And there is the Apple Home app, and there it is, everything's loading. There's my cameras, it shows up in the top. Here it is right here. And as you can see, it loads. And under HomeKit Secure Video, it has all the options you'd expect under HomeKit Secure Video. You can place it in a room, and I have it in the living room because my living room also has my Schlage Onco Plus. So when I get a notification that it pops up, I can have an option on the bottom that says to unlock the door if I want to, if it's someone I know. But it has all the HomeKit Secure Video options we've come to expect. It'll show you the battery level. There's non-charging though because it's hardwired, although it is a battery operated doorbell if you want it or need it to be. Automations, you can attach the automations, status and notifications. You can check here how you want your notifications and to be given to you. Right now I have it at default, so anytime, whenever people are home and not, I have specific motion detected because I don't want to be notified if it's just motion from a passing car or anything that's not in the area, or wind. Sometimes that'll do that. You can also go here, hit the chime doorbell. So I want this to sound when someone rings the bell, so that'll chime my HomePods. And also has the recording options. Right now I have it when home or when away. I want it to stream and allow recording always. And then you can go into more options as when any motion detected, which I always keep on, or specific motion. And it's going to record audio as well. And also face recognition, you can enable that and give face recognition to everyone in the household. You can set up activity zones, which I have, and that's the activity zone because I don't want it detecting activity anywhere outside these areas. So if people walk up or are in the porch area, it should set off that there's an activity there and either record or send me a notification. And then we have the camera status light, night vision light, and the Aqara Home app that you can open up. And to open, go straight into the native app. And those are the settings for HomeKit Secure Video. And if you back out of that, it brings it to live view. Then here along the bottom, again, you can scroll all the footage here that it's captured and go back to live view. And then this will show you accessories that are nearby. It does have the front door. So if I wanted to unlock the front door, I could hit that. And if you want to talk, you just hold that down. You can hear it saying it on the doorbell. Let me hit done so my neighbors don't think I'm crazy. You can adjust the volume there, or mute the volume or not. There. And those are the options for the Aqara G4 Video Doorbell under the native app and under HomeKit in the Apple Home app. So far in use, the Aqara G4 Video Doorbell has worked great for the most part, with a few shortfalls. There were a few instances where the doorbell would start recording just before a visitor rang the doorbell, and the clips would end short. Also, the motion detection seems to be hit or miss. Sometimes it would miss delivery people entirely when they would just leave a package at the door and not ring the doorbell. Luckily, in those instances, I have another camera monitoring the front door, and it would catch the motion and send an alert that a person was present. So a few days after I installed it, it did stop recording clips altogether, and I thought maybe it might be confused with how it was being powered. So I cut power to it, removed the batteries, reset it up, and it's actually been working flawlessly ever since. I definitely do like the continuous recording to the chime, and notice that sometimes if HomeKit Secure Video didn't capture any footage of an event, the native Aqara app would. I actually like having that redundancy of recorded footage, so if this is important to you as well, then the G4 is something you should definitely consider. I've been waiting patiently for an Apple HomeKit Secure Video Doorbell to replace the hacked versions I had previously, and for the most part, the Aqara G4 serves that purpose well. I didn't bother with the Logitech or the Wemo because of the overheating issues I read regarding the former, and the connectivity issues with the latter. One negative for the G4 could be the aspect ratio, especially if you are wanting to monitor package delivery. That's not too much of an issue for my usage, but it's definitely something to consider. Again, of the three, the Aqara has the option to be powered with batteries if you don't have pre-existing wiring. It is the most affordable of the three, clocking in at just $120, and it offers continuous 24/7 recording, which is my favorite feature, but it does require that the doorbell be hardwired. Overall, I'm quite pleased with the Aqara G4. It's responsive, works with HomeKit Secure Video, and doesn't break the bank. Let me know what you think of the Aqara G4 in the comments below. Or let me know if your HomeKit Video Doorbell is better. I'm sure you Logitech and Wemo owners have some opinions to share, and I'd love to hear them. That's going to do it for this one. So until the next one, please take care and be safe out there.